Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me, here for the Week 5 picks, spreads, and totals. As always, guys, this is for entertainment. If you want to bet your own money on this, feel free. But I am doing this because I love to do it. I love to talk about it. I'm not doing this because I think I'm sharp and I'm going to guarantee you some big bucks. So I'm never going to force picks. The NFL is hard to beat. Use what I bring you and use yourself most of all when you approach this. I got to get this off my chest. This is the best darn sauce I ever created. Face of the earth, walk the face of the earth ever was made. This sauce is fantastic. I've been sitting on this for probably a decade and a half. This was my go-to as a kid, high schooler, college age, and then they came out with it in the bottles you could buy at the Walmart. Oh, I buy it at the Walmart, all right. This sauce is different. If you've never had it, you need to go out there tonight and hit up the Walmart and try this. It's unmatched. So I had this for dinner tonight. Put some boneless chicken, a little breast nuggets in the air fryer. Got out a tortilla, carb-free tortilla with the lettuce, and I made myself a buffalo chicken wrap. And as I was eating it, I thought, there's not much better on earth than this. So I just had to share that with you guys before we moved on. Speaking of sharing things with you guys about things that go into my mouth, I am 16 years soda free. I have not had a carbonated beverage in over a decade and a half. And this Sunday, it all changes. I'm going to be tasting 16 different pops to see if I can recall the flavors of them after not having them for 16 years. I made a video explaining how this all came to be, how I got started. Every detail you could possibly wonder about is in this video on my channel. Please go check it out and send it to somebody. This was last week. About medium week, about an average week. So far, our best category is my red spread picks. So take that how you will. My yellow is not doing well at all. My green is profitable. And my best picks of the week of spreads are about even. Now, the problem is when you get over here to the extra most bestest totals. 0 for 3. That is unacceptable. We're not happy about that. But overall, we are profitable. This one was probably breaking just about even with the juice, and this one, depending on if you're line shopping and taking all of these, in a vacuum, this is probably profitable. So this is where you expect to be. I'd like to be a little bit better, but it's a long season, so let's get into it. We have 4 buys this week: the Lions, the Chargers, the Eagles, and the Titans. Thursday night, we have Tampa Bay and the Falcons, and right off the get-go, first pick, we're taking a green best bet of the week, and that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 1.5. I just think these Falcons are overrated. This offense is bottom third in almost every major category that statistically that they keep track of. The Falcons are not a good offensive team. They're staying in games because their defense is able to keep them in games. Now, I think the Buccaneers are borderline prolific. Now, they had a couple bad weeks, but outside of those, 2, they are moving the ball well and putting up points. So with that comes a defense that I think is actually underrated, a team that has kept opponents to about 20 points a game. So this is the best offense, I believe, that the Falcons have faced. I know you can say, well, the Chiefs are much better than the Buccaneers. Are they? Are the Chiefs this year better than the Buccaneers on offense? Statistically, so far, they're not. But I can see an argument. I think Tampa Bay has more weapons. So give me Tampa Bay plus 1.5 and the under. I think this could be, like a 21-17 type game. Okay, so I like the under, but not a ton. Sunday at 9 a.m., we're going across the pond to London. The game is in London. It's the Jets and the Vikings. I like the Vikings -2, and I like the Jets. No, I don't like the Jets at all. I like the over 40.5. Sorry, it screwed me up because it's in the line. I made the sheet and it's screwing me up. The Jets are probably one of the biggest letdowns all year. I am not convinced in anything they have been able to do, even against subpar opponents like we saw last week with the Broncos. Their defense is fine, but offensively, what are they doing? Devontae Adams is probably a New York Jet at this point. He is not happy with the Raiders, and I'm going to take a guess he reunites with Aaron Rodgers. The Vikings did have a late scare last week against the Packers, allowing 21 points in the fourth quarter, but they have proven to me that they can win games. Why does this always pop up? It's absolutely frustrating. Just ridiculous. But again, this game is in London, so this is not a home game for them. But I still like a -2. I also do like the over, although a lot of people would say, oh, it's in London, bet the under. Do whatever you want. I would take over 40.5. I think it's too low. Sunday at 1 o'clock, Panthers and Bears. Guys, I know. Last week I had so many red picks, and now I'm giving you the best bets of the week front and center. Panthers +4 is an extra most bestest pick of the week. Over 41.5 is also a very solid pick. I said this is maybe my favorite bet of all time. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I really do believe that Andy Dalton has changed this team and has given them a chance to win every game. Yes, they lost to the Bengals last week. Yes, they allowed 31 points to the Bengals last week. Yes, it was a 10-point game, but I think the Chicago Bears are a major step down from the Bengals. The defense of the Bears has been respectable, and that is my only worry in this one, but I think the Panthers should be able to, put up 20 to 24 points on them, maybe more, and get the win. So I like the Panthers on the money line, and I like the Panthers +4. Call me crazy. That's fine. Sunday at 1 o'clock, we have a classic matchup, an AFC North matchup against the Ravens and the Bengals. I like Baltimore -2.5 on the road here, and I really like under 50.5, which I know is scary because what did I say at the beginning of this video? We are 0 for 3 on totals of our extra most bestest picks, but we got to get in the win column somehow, and I think this is it. I am shocked that this is so high. I know the Bengals defense has looked horrible. I know they've allowed 20, 30 points a game every single game, but I think this one, we see a classic AFC North battle where the teams are low scoring and it's a close game to the end. The Ravens have had a tough schedule to start. They are 2-2. They have 2 quality wins, 1 bad loss and 1 okay loss, whereas the Bengals are 1-3. They've had a much easier schedule. They've had 2 bad losses, 1 okay loss, and 1 win against the Panthers last week. So I just think the Ravens have more momentum. They have more to lean on coming into this game. So I like the Ravens and I like the under. Miami and New England, I say we cancel this game and give these teams an extra bye. What do you guys think? We're not talking about it. The Browns and the Commanders. Commanders have been the biggest shock of the year in a good way, right? You can talk about maybe the biggest shocks in the negative way, but as far as surprise teams, Commanders have looked dominant. And we're going to take them again. -3 at home. I'll trust them. Something's clicking with this offense, so we'll see. I don't know how the Browns keep up. I think Washington could put up 30 points again this week, and I don't see the Browns even getting, past 25, 26. So I do like the over, not as much as I like the spread, but again, give me Washington -3 and a best bet. Sunday at 1. I don't know why we're not flexing this to prime time. This is the top 2 quarterbacks in the league. I said what I said. Josh Allen and CJ Stroud are the best quarterbacks in the league. You want me to take one quarterback to win me one game? I'm taking Josh Allen or CJ Stroud. Sorry. But Patrick Mahomes is a proven winner. Shut up. Texans +1.5 and under 47. I don't know how this game's going to go. Those are my picks, but I have no confidence in either. It's just one that I'm excited to watch. All right, Sunday at 1 again, we have another divisional matchup, the Colts and the Jags. And the Jaguars kept it close last week against Houston, and good for them because their season was about to be done. Did I learn anything? Maybe Tank Bigsby's the guy over NTN. Maybe this offense does have some threats at the wide receiver position if Trevor Lawrence can get them going. So I like him at home here. The Colts do not likely have Jonathan Taylor, who's suffering from a mild high ankle sprain, which, does that mean it's on the ankle, it's higher up, it's closer towards the calf? That's what's confusing. I always thought a high ankle sprain was you really sprained it bad. But I'm starting to think it's about the location on the ankle. I'm an idiot. Richardson is also questionable after getting hurt with a hip injury, but I think they should just start Joe Flacco anyway. Ride the Flacco train until the wheels fall off. I think he looked better than Richardson has. So I understand Richardson gives you more. He's more dynamic, but Flacco looks solid. So I don't think this game scores a lot of points. And again, I'm shocked that it's 46.5. I have this closer to 41. Okay, 40, 41, 42. So, yeah, kind of bizarre there. That's why it is green. Sunday at 4, Raiders and Broncos. Raiders, what are you going to say? I mean, after you beat the Ravens on the road and you think this might be a playoff team, sneaky wild card little opportunity, and then they just fall apart. Adams is done. I think Adams has played his last game for the Raiders. He will not play this week. If I had to guess, an alert was just posted that he is doubtful, right? He's not playing. The Broncos did win against Tampa Bay. They did win against the Jets. They're winning low-scoring, ugly games, spelled UGLE. That was an accident. I apologize. Under 36, but again, anything can happen when two teams that are in the same division face off, and you don't know what you're going to get. Another divisional game, Cardinals and the 49ers. I like the Niners -7. I like under 49.5. I think the game is 28-20. So that covers both of these bases, but not by much. So that's why I have labeled them both red. Cardinals, poor Cardinals. Took just a really tough start to the year, really hard schedule. So I think they'll keep it competitive, but in the end, it will not be enough. New York travels to Seattle. New York is on a long week, having played Thursday. Seattle's on a short week, having played Monday. Giants played at home. Seattle played on the road. So just the perfect storm for the worst possible situation for the Seahawks in terms of just strict matchups. Their defense is they're missing too many guys, and it doesn't sound like they're going to get many back for this game, which is going to hurt them. And I think that the Giants will be able to put up points against this team, and I think the Lions kind of expose Seattle's defense in a way that no other team has yet. Again, I think a lot of it was with injuries. Malik Neighbors is questionable with a concussion. I don't know truly if he'll play or not. If he does not, that's a big blow to this team. I just think he will find a way to get on that field. But I do like the Giants +6 and the over 43.5, and another best bet of the week. I know we're trying to take our record to 2-3 on the year, and hopefully we can do that. So over 43.5 and Giants +6. Sunday at 4 o'clock, we have the Packers and the Rams. The Packers did look good in the fourth quarter, scoring 21 points, like we said, but I still think they're focusing on the wrong things. I think Josh Jacobs is the guy you need to lean on in this offense, and they're just letting Love do too much. Christian Watson is probably out for the next 4 or 5 weeks, so that's going to be difficult. Dontavian Wicks looks good. Jaden Reed looks good, so maybe they'll be okay. I doubt Devontae Adams is coming back, but they have gained some momentum. The Rams are just always going to compete and be in games late. I've decided after watching them for however many years, it's just something they do. So I like Packers -3, but not very much. And I think, again, the total is pretty high. I think we should see under 48.5 here. Sunday Night Football, one that I think actually could be pretty entertaining. I know the Cowboys are on my do not bet list. Last week I said, I'm done with you guys. But here's the deal. They're underdogs. And every time, well, I guess not every time, they were underdogs against the Ravens and we lost. The point is, Cowboys +2.5, another long week playing on Thursday against the Giants, getting a win. I think my dog was just chill, dude. Sorry. +2.5. Okay, Cowboys. I like that, and I like the under 44.5. Justin Fields looked good. He found a spark, I think, against the Colts, but as soon as he did, the defense fell apart, which is what they'd been leaning on. So we'll see what happens in this game. I think it'll be a good one, but again, I think under is the side, and I like Dallas to win a close battle, tightly fought battle. I like Dallas on the money line, even, +2.5 as well. So those are, I'm moving on. Monday night, Saints and Chiefs. What do you do with this one? I like the Saints +5.5. Rashee Rice is probably out. He is out. I don't know what the Chiefs. I don't know. Okay, I know you need to bet the unders in Chiefs games. That's what I've learned. Okay, so yeah, I'm on Saints +5.5. I'm on the under 43.5. The Saints could be undefeated right now. They had 2 last-minute losses. I'm a little worried about their offense, who looked good the first 2 weeks, but has looked kind of mediocre the last 2 weeks. And again, I'm very worried about the Chiefs offense. So their defense continues to win them games. I expect the Chiefs to win this one, but I think it'll be a 3-point game, 21-17 type of a 2017 type of a game like we just saw last week. So there's that. Tomorrow we have my touchdown picks, and we did pretty well this previous week. I know we've kind of alternated, been a little bit of a roller coaster, good week, bad week, good week, bad week. But last week was pretty good. So we'll go through all these charts with all the matchups, all the teams, see if we can find some angles. And that's an old slide you don't need to see. So yeah, go watch this video right now. You don't have anything else to do. You're just going to doom scroll on TikTok anyway. So watch this video, give me a like, give me a comment, and we'll see you tomorrow.